can we talk about unicorns? Compared to the other two tribes, they're pretty overpowered. Sure, Pegasi can fly and walk on clouds, but using magic, so can unicorns. And earth ponies are good with the ground or something, but there's probably a spell for that too. Honestly, the existence of magic in Equestria gives spellcasters a huge advantage over non-spellcasters, and some might see this as a problem that needs to be solved. For most of pony society, unicorns have basically had the monopoly on magic power, but as I've come to realize, this could also mean an unfair economic advantage. Even back when the economy was largely trade-based, finding precious resources like gems would certainly give an upper hoof, and unicorns have a spell for that. There's probably spells to find precious metals too, like whatever bits are made of. On top of that, unicorns may be able to create those rare materials. Snowfall Frost from the Legend of a Heartswarming Tale was shown to be practicing alchemy, turning worthless material into gold. She'd have no interest in doing that unless gold had some value to it, and since the process required unicorn magic, only unicorns had access to that value. Now, A Heartswarming Tale was told as a story, but so was The Legend of the Wendigos and The Legend of Nightmare Moon. Plus, alchemy has also been hinted at elsewhere in this world, so I find it likely that during the Heartswarming Tale era of history, unicorns such as Snowfall took advantage of such powers to hoard riches. This crazy abuse of magical power wouldn't have gone unnoticed. There probably would have been a huge public outcry against those unicorns, which I think may have resulted in something we're all familiar with. The bit. The creation of a standardized currency that can be tracked and tested for counterfeit. Alongside this measure, alchemy was probably criminalized, at least in most situations. This would explain why we never saw bits used in or before the Heartswarming Tale era, and why we haven't seen alchemy used since then. The right system may be able to even things out, though the effects of the old system may still be around today. One look at Canterlot and it's clear that Equestria's upper class is dominated by unicorns. Their status may in some part be inherited from the unicorns of the past who used alchemy or similar methods. But economics aside, the root of the problem is still ever present: the imbalance of magic between the tribes. As far as sheer power and ability goes, ponies with horns still have the advantage. Of course, the surest way to fix that problem is to pull a Cozy Glow and drain all the magic out of Equestria. That would result in a fair system, and I can honestly imagine a small group of anti-magic radicals advocating for just that. Which, now that I think about it, it's a little concerning that all they would need is a few artifacts, a fancy scribble in the ground in 3 days' time. As a changeling, I might be biased, but that would be bad. I like magic, and I would much rather seek a solution that gives magic to those without rather than taking it from those with. At first, that might sound far-fetched, but casting through horns is only one way to use magic. Unicorns have innate magic, it's just a part of them. The same can be said of how changelings transform, but creatures without innate magic could still transform as long as they have the right artifact. Hippogriffs, or sea ponies, because of their pearl necklaces, they can magically transform. Artifacts can be used for many things: teleportation, raising the sun and moon, bringing about tsunamis, erasing memories, and creating time loops, just to name a few. And that's not to mention brews and potions. Look at Zecora. Zebras can't cast spells, but she was determined to learn magic anyway. She took inspiration from Mage Meadowbrook, a simple earth pony whose use of magical brews turned her into a legend. Taking after her, Zecora has certainly seen success in the field of magic, to say the least. There's a lot of untapped potential for non-spellcasters who want to use magic, and eventually it might be commonplace for all of them to carry around artifacts or potions. But that doesn't mean it's fair, does it? Since unicorns have access to those things too, as well as their innate powers. However, I find this to be a much better compromise than getting rid of magic altogether. Between you and me, the obvious solution is for everyone to become alicorns. But I don't think society is ready for that one. Yet. But what do you think? Have unicorns taken advantage of their powers in the past? Is there a problem here? And if so, how should it be solved? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you want to support this channel financially, check out my perks at patreon.com/sawtoothwaves. And thank you so much to everyone who already has, especially my alicorn tier patrons. The Nameless One, Equinox 3141, Petrolhead 02, Gilded Page, Cyanax and Fairfallen, Dr. Hooves, Princess Starglow, Jasmine Foxcoon, and the winner of this week's Alicorn raffle, Maximilian HG. Congrats, and thanks again for everyone's support. Y'all help make this channel possible. I'm Sawtooth Waves signing out until Friday after next. Rohoo!